we do things that are against them. You know what I'm saying? How old are you?
I'm hearing you. I'm 17.
Okay, all praise.
I've had these conversations with my mother at the dinner table, like talking, and we're a very religious household. It's like there's no way a white man was over here doing all that.
Okay.
Exactly. Like I'm hearing what you're saying.
Okay, all praise now. I'm gonna show you something else. Now these are commandments that you gotta be applying as a young woman. Give me that Deuteronomy real quick. 22.
But I do gotta go soon.
I got you. I'm gonna read you a few commandments that you need to be applying because you say you was talking to your mother about like, man, this makes no sense for God to be white, and these white people been doing us so wrong. You correct. It don't make no sense. If a white man cracks the sky, we going back into slavery.
Every last one of them got to go. And if you don't like that, if you don't like the Bible, you got a problem with the Word of God. Come on.
And cut off from it.
You ever heard of the Sabbath day before? What day y'all go to church on? Sunday, right? That's what we've been taught. But now, does God say to go to church on a Sunday? What is Sunday the first or the seventh day of the week? Right, it's the first day of the week, right? So, but God, I'm gonna show you what God says. Read this, sir.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
So he said, remember the Sabbath day, because you got 6 days to do all your work and what you got to do. But the seventh day, which is what?
But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
But the seventh day of the week is the Sabbath of the Lord our God.
That's right.
Read.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
So we're not supposed to be doing any work on God's Sabbath day. The Sabbath day is the seventh day of the week. That's Saturday. We're supposed to keep this day holy, different from all other days. What the church now does is tell you, hey, Sunday is the day you go to church. They say, oh, you know what? I know what the Bible says the seventh day of the week, but I like the first day of the week. So that's what I'm telling you. If they lie to you about who God is, they lied to you about everything else they taught. Everything else they taught to us was wrong. Just like
bring it out
to the store, I'm gonna show you why that's wrong on the Sabbath day. Nehemiah 10 real quick. This is why that's wrong, because your whole family is now putting yourselves in the line of fire with God.
Bring it out.
God, I'm gonna show you why that's important, because if you put yourself in God's path of destruction. Read this.
Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31.
Bring it out.
And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell.
If they bring any ware items or food, that's where victual means, to sell on Sabbath day. This is what all the people got. These stores are open. They're selling food on God's Sabbath day. Read.
That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day.
He says that we are not supposed to be buying and selling on God's Sabbath day. So y'all coming out the store, coming out the donut shop, and then, with your teas and your donuts, that's a breaking God's commandments.
Bring it out.
When you're breaking God's commandments, you know what happens to people when they break God's commandments?
Let them know.
I'm gonna show you real quick. Deuteronomy 28.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
That Sabbath day is a commandment of God. If we don't listen to God and then apply that,
right,
and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
That we would be cursed as a nation of people.
Let them know.
Shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ bless. We're looking for your support. Please donate. Please donate to the Booster Club, 646-982-3858. We got that good news you can use. Shalom.
Because we break God's commandments.
Right.
When you look at the Black and Hispanic community, what kind of stuff do y'all see in there? What kind of stuff do you see in our community or in your own life? What kind of bad things has happened to you? Death? Okay, how death and what? How they die? Violence? Gang violence? You have some people in your family got died from gang violence? Okay, who? What part of your family? Okay, your cousins? Okay, right? So then, in the area y'all live at, is it a good neighborhood, a bad neighborhood? It's becoming better, right? But the areas we live in, I'm gonna show you why. Read that verse 16 real quick.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
He says we was gonna be cursed in the city. Cursed in the city going into, we live in those those poverty areas, those barrios, those hoods.
Right.
We're the ones who live in there, and our people, what are people doing over there? Selling drugs to one another.
Let them know.
Killing one another.
Right.
Those are curses. Our people getting shot down in the street. That right there is a curse from God. And it stems because we're breaking his commandments. Because something you might think is simple, like the Sabbath day. Oh, I didn't know buying something on Saturday is wrong. God says he kills us for that. He allows those type of that violence to happen in our neighborhood.
Let them know.
Same thing about you, sis. What you got stuff you see? You don't never see no deaths or nothing in the neighborhood? You gotta go, bro. Okay, I understand you gotta go, but I want to show you something real quick before you go. But you gotta continue to learn God's commandments. Because if we don't keep those commandments, that's the reason we in oppression. That's the reason we getting shot down. You know what I'm saying? Because what's that one about blood touching blood in the community? Hosea, read that real quick.
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
That's you, bro. You are children of Israel. You're from the tribe of Issachar.
Right.
That's what God says about you. Read.
For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
Because there's a controversy in this land. Where we live at, there's controversy. Read.
Because of the land, with the inhabitants of the land. Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land.
Because even though our people go to the Catholic Church and they talk about they love God, they don't know God. They don't have any truth in them. We just showed you that. They don't have the truth about who God is. They don't have the truth about what he taught. They're teaching you lies in that Catholic Church.
Let them know.
Going there. You got to get away from there because the reason there's gang violence is because of those Catholic churches. Read.
By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood.
We break out and we kill one another. We steal from one another because and it's our own people that's doing it to us. We doing it to ourselves. The gang members, they ain't going out and robbing up on Chinese folk. They ain't going out against Arabs. They ain't going out against white folks. They going out against their own people because we hate one another.
Let them know.
Because we learn from these churches. Because there's no truth, no knowledge of God. And that's what I'm saying. You got to get away from those churches because they're not teaching you the truth. They're teaching you white man philosophy and doctrine that's killing our people. You understand that, bro? So you got to make sure you come learn. That's why did you get let the brother get your contact information. You gave it to him? Okay. Did you give us your phone number? No, give the brother your phone number. That way he can reach out to you, all right? So same thing with you, sis. You got to understand that these things that we've been taught in these churches have led us astray, has led us down a path of now we don't know who God is, and now because we don't know, we do things that are against it. You know what I'm saying? How old are you?
I'm hearing you.
Huh?
I'm 17.
Okay, all praise.
I've had these conversations with my mother at the dinner table. We're like talking, and we're a very religious household. It's like there's no way a white man was over here doing all that.
Okay.
Exactly. Like I'm hearing what you're saying.
Okay, all praise. Now I'm gonna show you something else. Now these are commandments that you gotta be applying as a young woman. Give me that Deuteronomy real quick. 22.
But I do gotta go soon.
I got you. I'm gonna read you a few commandments that you need to be applying because you say you was talking to your mother about like, man, this makes no sense.
Oh, hey, Shalom, I didn't see y'all there. I mean, since you're here, got this nice button down here. It's brand new. We just added it to the house, right? Make sure you go ahead and scan that. That's the IUIC Booster Club. I know you see the videos. We're doing all types of work all over the earth, and we need your support. We need your help. Scan that and donate. All right, shalom, y'all. Most High in Christ bless.
For God to be white, and these white people been doing us so wrong. You correct. It don't make no sense. If a white man cracks the sky, we going back into slavery. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna do to us what they've been doing to us throughout history. But remember, we read in the Bible that says if we break the commandments, we're gonna be cursed. So in order for us to be blessed, we have to keep God's commandments.
That's right.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
What does that mean, sis, when it says the woman shouldn't wear what belongs to a man?
Sorry, say again.
Read it again one time.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
What does that mean?
Where is that?
Yeah, well, it says the woman shouldn't wear what belongs to a man. What is men's clothing women shouldn't put on?
Overalls, like, is that what that means?
Okay, let's keep reading.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So what is a woman's garment that a man shouldn't put on?
Like a blouse?
Okay, what about a dress? Should a man wear a dress? Is that woman's clothing?
Yeah.
So then what should a man wear then if not a dress?
Shirt. Suit.
I'm talking about undergarments, right?
Maybe that's wrong.
Pants, right?
Yeah.
A man should be wearing pants. He shouldn't be putting on a dress. So then, what should the woman wear? If a man's supposed to wear the pants, what is the woman supposed to wear? There you go. You see how simple it is? If you go to a bathroom, right, and there's no words, how do you know which one's the man's and which one's the woman?
The signs?
Yeah, what is the image that you see?
Wearing the dress and the...
All right, the woman wearing the dress and the man wearing the pants.
Right.
That's how you know which one's for men and which one's for women. So a woman shouldn't be wearing what belongs to a man, meaning talking about pants. I'm going to show you that. You got the pants?
Exodus chapter 28 and verse 40.
Bring it out.
And for Aaron's sons thou shalt make coats, and thou shalt make for them girdles, and bonnets shalt thou make for them for glory and for beauty. And thou shalt put them upon Aaron thy brother, and his sons with them.
So the sons are supposed to be wearing this, read.
And shalt anoint them, and consecrate them, and sanctify them, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. And thou shalt make them linen breeches.
He said you're supposed to be making for these sons linen breeches. You ever heard the word breeches before?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Like pants.
Pants. He says you're supposed to be making for these sons breeches, read.
To cover their nakedness.
To cover their nakedness, read.
From the loins even unto the thighs they shall reach.
Right, he says from the loins even to the thighs. Meaning that's the pants was made for the man.
That's right.
You understand that? It was supposed to be put on the sons, not the daughters. So you, as a woman, you're not supposed to be wearing pants. You're supposed to put on a dress. You understand that? Okay, so now I'm gonna show you what kind of dress. Okay, it can't just be anything. This is the point behind that. Read the first two things. This is the point behind why a woman should be wearing it. Because when a woman is wearing, because 9 times out of 10, when you see like a lot of sisters when they go out and they wearing some pants, right? Are the pants usually baggy or are they usually tight when women go out?
I mean, depending on the crowd, because like the crowd I'm around, it's like baggy.
Okay, but usually when women wear pants and they look in the mirror, how do they usually look in the mirror to check if the pants fitting right?
They check their ass.
Exactly. Why do they check their ass?
Because it's big.
Exactly. Because of what? Because they're trying to show off their body.
Let them know.
1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Meaning a woman's supposed to be in modest apparel. You know what the word modest means, sis? Modest. Okay, so pull me up. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
I got my.
Hey, officer, can someone pull me up modest real quick? I'm going to show you, because he says that a woman's supposed to adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Bring it out.
You just said now, sisters usually, when they wearing their pants, they'll turn around, look in the mirror, and look back at it, right? Why? Because they want to see, oh, is my butt looking good in this? Because it's all about what? Attracting, sexual attention to themselves, right? Well, that's what it's behind, right? So, let's see what the word modesty means.
Modest. Dressing or behaving so as to avoid impropriety or indecency, especially to avoid attracting sexual attention.
He says modesty means you're trying to avoid sexual attention. Now, when they're wearing those pants and they looking at they behind, what are they trying to attract? Exactly. So you have to be different from that. You say you understand that. I know Christ can't be no white man.
That's right.
That's good. My brother, that's good. Christ ain't no white man, he's black. According to what the Bible says. But just knowing that is not enough. Now you have to know the doctrine. You have to know keeping God's commandments.
What?
One of these commandments is a woman's supposed to be wearing a dress, not tight. It's supposed to be modest apparel. Read it one more time.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness.
With shamefacedness, meaning when a woman's in modest apparel or dressed modest apparel, it puts a spirit on her, right? Because you ever heard the saying, "Who wears the pants in a relationship?" What does that mean?
That the man's
Right.
Who's in charge?
Exactly. Who's in charge, right? It means who's the leader in the situation. Who's masculine? So now, if a sister's wearing pants, what kind of that puts a masculine spirit on you? You know what I'm saying? Now you start trying to walk and act like the boys. You know what I'm saying? You ever heard of a tomboy? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Where you can see yourself there.
Sure.
Okay, so now, and what I'm saying, that puts a spirit on our sisters. You know, because now you're trying to be like one of the guys. Nah, you can't be that. You're supposed to be walking in your femininity. Hold on, feminine energy, right? You know what I'm saying? I can't say the word that good. All right, so that's how you're supposed to be conducting yourself. That's what the scriptures is bringing out. Go ahead, sir.
Sirach chapter 19 and verse 29.
Bring it out.
A man may be known by his look, and one that has understanding by his countenance.
He says you gonna know somebody by the look and how they walk, their countenance. Read.
When thou meetest them, a man's attire,
Your attire, the things that you're wearing. Read.
and excessive laughter and gait show what he is.
So the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself show what you are.
That's right.
Why a lot of our, that's why when you just walking in the streets, it'd be hard to tell a man from a woman, because now the woman trying to dress like a man trying to dress like a woman. It's all confusion out here.
What?
And then the road starts to get spinning together. Right? That's why there's such thing as this LGBTQ and all that, right? You know what I'm saying? You know anything about that? Yeah. Okay, because you're not dealing in that, is you? No. Okay, all praises. So now you have to, but when now people do that cross-dressing, it puts spirits on them to now they're trying to reverse the roles. So you got to make sure you're walking and talking like a woman of God. You have to learn what it means to be a woman of God. If you understand, like, this what I've been learning from the church was wrong, I got to learn the right way. Now you got to start walking it. Go back to that real quick, sir.
1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold, or pearls or costly array.
Meaning you're supposed to be walking in sobriety, not making sure you're putting all your emphasis on the pearls and all this other stuff. You're supposed to be focused on getting right with God. So as being a young woman, this is how you're supposed to conduct yourself. You ever had a boyfriend before? Once? Okay. Have you ever had sex before? No. Okay, all praise, that's good. Now, are you looking to deal with someone else again? Do you understand?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Okay, you say you are. Okay, I'm gonna show you something. You're 17, right?
Yeah, but I still gotta go.
Okay, I know you gotta go. I'm gonna give you this last scripture. Read.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
You hear what that says, sister? That say girlfriend and boyfriend is honorable? What did it just say? Marriage is honorable. It didn't say it.
Hey, y'all won't believe what time it is. It's time for you to subscribe. Go ahead and scan that QR code right there, and you can follow IUIC San Diego on all social media. Shalom, y'all. Most High in Christ bless.
Anything about no girlfriend and boyfriend, that right there is not honorable with God.
Right.
Read.
And the bed on the floor.
Because when you have a girlfriend and boyfriend situation, it becomes it's all about lust. Meaning now you will then eventually end up sleeping with that person without having marriage involved. Read.
But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
And if you do that, when you have sex outside of marriage, God says He's going to judge you. Now you will end up being a baby mama. You're with some low down dude who bounces on you, and now you stuck taking care of a kid that the father nowhere around. Now your life going to a spiral, or he end up giving you a disease, and now you got to walk with that disease for the rest of your life. So as a young woman, you shouldn't be dealing with no man. You should be getting yourself right with God.
That's right.
God's commandments.
Right.
That way, eventually, Lord's willing, you can find a godly man.
That's right.
Somebody who's not gonna leave you high and dry with a baby or give you a disease.
Right.
And because that's what happened. I'm sure in your high school there's teen pregnancies, right?
I think there's been. I'm not on that. I'm like around like the geek type thing. So.
Okay, but it's the same thing can happen around them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm telling you, when you start having that boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, it's gonna turn right into sex.
Bring it out.
So you gotta make sure that you're not dealing like that. You gotta say, no, I gotta be compliant with God. You gotta come learn. You gotta, so we have, more classes online where you can get connected with us, right? So you gotta make sure you stay involved with what God says and applying His commandments. And that way you will understand what to look for in a godly person or an unrighteous person.
Jewish.
What you got right there?
Sirach chapter 41 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
Be ashamed of whoredom.
Be ashamed of whoredom. Whoredom is when you're having sex outside of marriage. All that is whoredom.
Bring it out.
Touching, feely, the kissing, all that is whoredom.
Right. Before father and mother.
Because you bring shame to your father and your mother, right? Because you got your father and mother in the house. Okay, I'll praise you. You'll bring shame to them because you're doing it whoredom. Read.
And of a lie before a prince and a mighty man.
That's it, because be ashamed of that whoredom, since you can't be dealing like that. You got to come learn. That's why, did you get the website? The YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you got to go, but make sure you learn about who you are and continue to apply these commandments. Stop wearing the pants. Go get you a dress. Go tell your mother and say, hey, this for my allowance this time, I want to go buy some dresses. I'm tired of wearing pants. I need to be a woman of God.
That's right.
I'm tired of carrying myself like the tomboy. I need to be a woman of God.
Right.
I'm not going to be dealing like how all these other women deal, because that's the world. You understand?
Right.
And then that'll help them see that, you know what? Okay, I see what she's mean when she's talking about Christ can't be white, because now I'm seeing her example. She really believes what the Bible is saying, different from what we learned
That's
out here
right.
in church.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's letting your light shine. Oh, you have something else on that? Because that's how, because you said you was talking to your parents, you said the church ain't making sense. This is how you're going to really show them the difference between what the church say, the religion says, versus what God says. Read that.
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works.
He says that light is the good works, you keeping God's commandments. A woman wearing a dress, that's God's commandments. You not having sex outside of marriage, that's God's commandments. And not having no boyfriend, that's God's commandments. So when you start applying those things, people will see that and go, there's something different about this sister. The way she carry herself is different. The way scripture we read about your walking, the way you talk, that show what you are. Your walk and your talk should show me that you're a woman of God.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word